We're taking a 0 today. That gives us an opportunity to answer some of your questions. But today we're only going to answer one question.
Yesterday, as we were walking towards the trailhead, 2 Vizslas came popping up the trail. They're red dogs, like like Irish setters. So they're kind of special to us. And we greeted them like, "Hello, couple of cute dogs. Where are your people?" Well, just a moment later came a mom and daughter. So we're referring to them as the Vizsla people. And so today's question came from the daughter. And her question is an excellent question that we have not addressed. And yeah, shame on us for not addressing it. Her question was, what's in your backpack? This is the entirety of my wardrobe. And would you believe, people have actually seen our backpacks and challenged whether we were actually thru hikers because we didn't have a lot. I don't have a lot. I have the clothes you see me wearing every day, a buff, a wool shirt, and a pair of pants, and the socks. These are the shoes I'm wearing. I have 2 spare pair of socks. I'm wearing typical underwear. I've got 2 spare pair of briefs, a second bra. I have my town clothes, my long sleeve shirt, and my shorts. The shorts double as sleepwear, and they also double as swimwear. And I can layer my 2 shirts if I get a little too cold. And then sometimes I wear the leggings. They're also wool. Actually, these are wool, the shirt is wool, the briefs are wool, this shirt is wool, and this buff is wool. And I went with wool because it has a lower odor. You can wear it for a few days and it's not quite as nasty as polyester and other synthetic fabrics. This is my raincoat, and this is my insulated puffy coat with a hood. Both have a hood. And these are my rain pants. I don't use these a lot, but I have used them on really cold days as an extra layer, and that's why I keep them in the kit. And that's my wardrobe. That's my clothing bag. These will stay handy so I can instantly turn my short sleeve shirt into a long sleeve shirt. And that might be because it's cold or because it's too sunny. Got my mask for when I'm in town or when I'm riding in a shuttle, when I'm shopping. And the raincoat goes on the outside. Welcome to my studio. Now, not every backpacker is going to have this, but this is the collection of items that I use to create the videos that I do every day. This and the story in my head, and about 2 hours every evening. This is the contents of my ditty bag. It's the electronics, the fix-it kit, and my essential items like a pocket knife, a lighter, a carabiner, and some cord. We like to fix a hot meal for dinner every night, and we like to have a hot cup of coffee in the morning for breakfast. And this is our setup. This is my sleep system. I've got a Thermarest Z-Rest on the bottom as my mat. I've got a Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt, 20-degree quilt. I have 2 pillows. One's an inflatable and one's a foam pillow. And then I have a bag liner so that my sleeping quilt stays clean and the bag liner goes in the laundry weekly or whenever we get a chance to do laundry. Every morning when I get up, whether I'm in the tent or whether I'm in a shelter, it's the same procedure. Everything in my sleep system except the mat gets stuffed into this stuff sack, which is a waterproof stuff sack. stuff sack is made by Sea to Summit, and it's made of a fabric called event. So even though it's waterproof, as I compress it, the air will come out of it. And now that's ready to go back in my backpack. Leave no trace principles tell us that we should dig cat holes to do our business. This is the sack I take out with me to dig that cat hole, or when I go to privies at the shelters. Here's how I pack everything. I've got my new sleep pad. It's going to have to go on the outside because it's too bulky to go anywhere else. In the very bottom of my pack, I carry my camp shoes because they usually have dirt on them and they compress pretty well if they're on the bottom. Also, if my pack gets wet, any moisture that collects will collect with the shoes and not with my other things. This is my sleep system, and it's packed in a compression bag that's waterproof. It doesn't weigh that much for its volume, so it goes in the bottom. These are my clothes. They sit side by side, standing up. Next will go my food bag. I just call this my ditty bag. It goes in the top because it's the heaviest for its volume. And at the very top, next to the ditty bag, I'll have my cook system. My stove, my coffee cup. My toiletry bag. And then I can close this up. That's everything that goes on the inside. On the outside, I will have my sit pad, my bathroom bag, my water bottles, my water collection system and filtration, got 2 different kinds of bug repellent, sunscreen, and the Benadryl that I've had to add to my kit since we got into the great New England states because of all the bugs. Speaking of bugs, I have a bug net. Keep that handy. I always keep my raincoat on the outside, so that's quick to put on. Although it's so warm right now, I'd rather just not have it on. My bottle cap goes in the outside pocket, so it's ready when I need it. And then I have my treat bag. And the treat bag goes in this outside pouch. That's the 600 calories that I'll eat throughout the day. And then I wear a belt bag that has my camera, my cell phone, sometimes my sunglasses, and a few other things that need to be handy. Hey Slider, what's in your backpack?
Well, let me start with what's not in my backpack. I'm going to start with what's on the outside, and then I'll work to the inside. So first I carry 3 bottles of water. That gives me about a little over 2 liters. And so I know if we're going to have to cook at night, I can carry enough water that will be set. I also carry my camp shoes on the outside of my pack just because they're too bulky to go on the inside. Why camp shoes? Because when your feet get wet, you want them to be dry. You get your socks and shoes off to let them dry, walk around in your camp shoes. This big red thing on the outside of my pack, that carries our tent. And that's so if we have to set up quickly in the rain, we can get set up and we don't have to worry about opening packs to get the tent out. And when we tear down in the rain, we can pack everything up inside the tent, shove the wet tent into this bag, put it on the back of my pack. Got a little Z-Rest butt pad. This is so I can sit down on a hard rock and enjoy my lunch. I also carry all my rain gear in the back of my pack. So I've got a raincoat and rain pants. Water collection and filtration system. And I have a cut off piece of an old water bottle that I use as a dipping cup to fill up the water bladder if I have to go to a spring that isn't piped or isn't flowing but has a pool of water. And then I've got a Sawyer water filter inside that I use to filter the water. Last thing hiding back here, a bottle of insect repellent. This is gold up here in the north. And then on the inside of my pack, start with my coffee cup. This bag contains my Arc'teryx puffy coat, my warm jacket, and a bug net if I need it, and it's in a waterproof pouch just in case we get rain. This is my ditty bag. I'm not going to go into every bit of stuff that's in here, but it's basically a first aid kit, a repair kit, some of the sundries that we like to have when we come into town, like shampoo and conditioner that you don't always get at a hotel, or soap that we can actually use. So it's a mixed bag, but it sits on the top because it fits there and it's heavy. Next big item is 3 days worth of food. I actually can't get all the food in there, so I carry a supplemental Tupperware that has the bread items in it. I like to keep 2 pair of socks, dry socks, in a Ziploc bag close to the top of my pack, so that if we do get our feet really wet, when we stop for lunch, I can reach in and grab this baggie and I know I've got a dry pair of socks to put on my feet. This small waterproof bag contains all of my electronics. It's 2 battery packs, a recharger, all the cables, and a handful of USB plugs. So when we do get into town and we have a lot of recharging to do, I can just go around the room and start plugging stuff in and getting it charged up. But the most important thing in that bag are the cables for my phone and the 2 big battery packs that let us keep our electronics charged while we're on the road. My sleep system is divided into 2 bags. This one contains 2 pillows, both inflatable, and my inflatable sleep pad. This waterproof bag contains my sleeping quilt, which is a 20-degree sleeping quilt, and my quilt and sleeping bag liner. And they're both in here. The liner keeps the sleeping bag clean. It also keeps me a little bit warmer at night. This waterproof bag has all my clothes in it. 3 pair of socks, a couple extra pair of underwear, swim trunks, and a long sleeve shirt, which are my town clothes. That's about it. Buried all the way in the bottom of the pack, an extra fuel canister in case we run out of fuel. I carry a very small pot and an extra stove just in case we have a problem with our stove. I carry a cork massage ball. This is magic if you get sore muscles or shin splints. I've used it multiple times. Then I have my paracord, which is rolled up in a ball because I get one good throw over a tree branch, and if I don't make it, then I have to go find a rock to throw my bear bag. And that's it. My bag is empty. Along the sides, I carry 2 pouches. One has my sunglasses and a half a baggie of Jolly Ranchers, which we use when we're going up really steep hills. The other one is a snack pouch. I carry a belly pouch, which is essentially my bathroom stuff. I've got my little spade for digging a cat hole. I carry hand sanitizer and toilet paper. And then the last item, and many of you have asked about this, is my Z-Packs multi-pack chest pack. And this can be used as a mail bag when you're in town, so to carry stuff around town if you need to. In it I carry a camera, my cell phone, a whistle, sunscreen. I carry a mask for when we're in town. Basically it's stuff I want to get to quickly. My knife is in here, there's an extra lighter if we need it. And so that is always right here when you see me walking along the trail, because it clips right onto the pack. So what's in and on my pack is everything sitting in front of me. And for me, the most important thing in my pack, my coffee cup. We hope this was helpful to some of you who are planning hikes and interesting to those of you who are just curious about what we carry around in our backpacks. But today was a day of restocking, retooling, recharging. Tomorrow morning we hit the trail again. Thanks for joining us.
What's in your backpack?